Today we are going to learn about business environment, that is the concept of business and how business environment impact the business. So today we will understand, in this session we will understand how a kind of organization, whether it is government or business, functions, what are their objectives at a very macro level, and what are the various kinds of environment or factors that affect the business. Then we will go to the concept of business environment, and at last we will understand what are the components of business environment. So friends, any kind of organization, whether it is government or non-government, because if we go to classify any organization, we can classify into two categories. Number one is government, under which there is a union government or central government, then there is a state government. In non-government organizations, it can be classified in two categories. Number one, not for profit organizations such as non-government organizations, think tanks, research institutions, etc. Whereas the another kind of non-government organization which is for profit organizations whose objective are profit, that is private sector. So business environment, that is the environment affects whether it is government or whether it is non-government. So we will understand in this session how and what are the various kinds of factors or environments which affect the business. So we can see that various kinds of organizations are there in this slide, that any industry, any particular product or service you go, you will find a lot of companies are there who are serving, who are catering the needs of the customers, the consumers. Now coming to the private sector or the organizations whose objectives are to earn profit. So these kind of organizations, for example private sector, private companies or organizations where they have an objective of making profit or long term survival or producing quality products, building brands, enhancing the quality of the lives, these are some of the goals or objectives of the business organizations. Now these businesses, these private sector organizations, they used to produce with the help of factors of production. That means they use the natural resources, they use the human resources, they use the technology, and then they becomes able to produce a product or a service. So how business environment impacts them is most important thing to understand, right. So broadly we can classify these environments or factors into two major categories. Number one, internal factors, number two, external factors. So what happens in internal factor or internal environment which affects the business is, the first one that comes is the work culture, second plans and policies, then is the organizational structure, infrastructure and facilities, brand's perceived value and management practices. So if we see all these factors, they impact very much about the organization, about the functioning of the organization. Now we will see in the next session, we will see about how and what are the various examples, what are the typical case studies which has shown that the motivation, the level of the motivation of the employees and the workers in an organization overall impacts the productivity, the efficiency of not only of the individuals, but also of the organization as a whole. So the first thing, that is work culture. Any organization whose work culture is very positive in the sense that encourages, that motivates the employees to perform better. That means when employee perform any task, they are motivated, they are recognized, they are appreciated. So that impacts the work culture, the level of motivation among employees, the stakeholders who are involved in that, and that impacts the business at a large. For example, you are working in a company like Google, where they have very good facilities for their employees, right. So what will the person who is working in particular company, for example Google as we have taken, or some IT companies or some other companies, so they will feel very, you know, very positive. They will think that their organization is thinking about themselves. There are less rules and restrictions. They promote multicultural work diversity. So that is the one most important thing under internal factors or internal environment which impact the business. Next is plans and policies. See, plans and policies of any organization, whether it is government or it is private sector. We are specifically talking about the private sector. So in private sector, the programs, the kind of plans that the management has for their employees, be it financial motivation or financial encouragement to the employees, or some incentives, or some non-monetary or non-financial assistance or facilities to the employees, that impact the internal functioning of an organization, right. Next point which is very important is of organizational structure. That means what is the how is the hierarchy in the organization, how people report, how they function, how they work. That is again very important, because higher the level of hierarchy, higher the reporting system is there, so that creates a lot of problem. So whether it is centralized decision making system or whether it is decentralized. By centralization we mean that the decision is taken at the top and the decision is executed through downwards officials, whereas in case of decentralized, that means the individuals has been given authority and responsibility to perform particular task and take a particular decision. So again the organizational structure impacts the internal functioning of an organization. Next of course is very important, infrastructure and other facilities. See, large multinational companies, they have very good infrastructure, they have very good facilities. So the internal environment, any person who wants to join particular company, for example Google, or for example Facebook, or for example Tata, or some, you know, big brands, big companies whose turnover are high, where infrastructure is high, facilities are very good. So that overall positively impacts the individuals to join that company, to get associated with that company, because that is giving the good kind of facilities to the various stakeholders. For example, investors will feel very positive when they will get a dividend on the shares that they have purchased, or the employees will feel very satisfied, very positive when they get very good facilities, work environment, work culture, infrastructure and all that. So this is again very important aspect. Next thing is brand's perceived value. It simply means what is the perception of an individual towards a particular company or a brand, right. So I'm sure that you would like to join some good companies, multinational companies. For example, Facebook would like to have, you know, kind of association, would like to have work with other companies which are well known in particular sector, right. So what is the perceived value, how you feel valuable getting associated with a particular brand, that impacts the internal functioning of an organization. That culture is very important. So that business environment impacts overall to the employees as well as, so that is a basically a two-way process. Employees will feel positive and the employer will feel positive, and overall the business environment will be positive and the company will perform better. Last point under internal business environment or factor is that management practices. We will discuss these with the help of examples in our next session, but for here the practices of the management, how management is thinking about the prospects of the organization, whether the company has short term plans, long term, medium term, how company or organization is going to be in the future, that overall again impacts the environment, the internal environment of the organization. So, these are the internal factors or organizations internal factors or environments affecting the organization. Next is very important is that of external factors or environment which affect the business. The first one very important is that the customers or the consumers. This is again very interesting topic or area to study, because nowadays with the advent of internet, technology, various kinds of mediums for production and consumption of goods and services, the consumers or the customers feel that there is a huge option. They not only feel, but they try to evaluate what are the various alternatives available to them. For example, you want to buy a laptop. So, there are various companies, the feature, the specifications are almost similar, not exactly, but almost similar, some have some differences. So, a consumer have a particular liking or disliking toward a particular brand or a company. So, again this the consumer's taste, preference, these impacts the externally to the companies, to the organizations, right. So, that is a very important aspect. Next one is the competitors and suppliers. Nowadays what is happening, that the competitors are playing very crucial role in raising the quality of the products and services. So, understanding how customers, how competitors impact the business is again very important, as well as suppliers, because supply chain management is again very important area which affects the externally to the businesses, right. So, this is the second important area. Next one is the economic environment or the economic factors which affects the overall functioning of the organization. We will discuss further on this topic. Further, the political and the legal environment is again very crucial, important environment. For example, a developing country like India, where there is a political stability, or a country where there is a less political stability, well, the legal obligations, rules, regulations are very strict, very tight. So, there the businesses will feel underprivileged. By underprivileged we mean there are huge problems relating to businesses. So, the positive environment relating to political stability and the legal environment impacts the business at large. Next one is the technological advancements or technological development and environment. So, with the help of technology, we are now working various, we are doing a lot of activities. We are able to enhance our productivity, efficiency and overall development. So, again technological environment impacts very much. We will see what are the various examples industry wise, how technology is impacting the business, right. So, for now technology at large, at a macro level, impacts the overall functioning of the organization externally, right, because it forces the companies, the organizations to enhance their productivity, efficiency, right. So, the next point is social and demographic environment. How society is perceiving the company's offerings, the organization's products and services, how society and the individuals in the society, how they feel getting benefited from a particular product or service is another area which is very significant. By demographic features, we see what is the distribution of the age group of the population in the particular country or a particular location. So, if for example, in our country in India, more than 70% of the population is under 35. So that means they have a lot of aspirations, they want to buy a lot of products and services, they want to explore various kinds of opportunities. So that again impacts the business externally at a very large scale, because any company, for example Apple, for example Levi's jeans, when they came to India, they found that India is a huge market for offering their products and services to the Indians. So nowadays jeans, that means the fashion kind of products or some technological products, for example Apple iPhone, iPad. So they have become a kind of brand and a product which is required by every youth, majority of the youth, not every. So what I mean to say here is that this social and demographic environment impacts overall the business. The next point which is very, very important is that geography. What is the geographical feature or location that again impacts the business externally? For example, the products and services in a place, at a place where it is very cold, for example the state of Himachal Pradesh. So in Himachal Pradesh tourism can be promoted. So a lot of companies which are relating to tourism, for example this online ticket booking, the flight booking, the hotels, restaurants, then guide, then tours, then cars, then all these services, the service industry will develop in that particular region. So tourism will get promoted, so tourism will enhance. Whereas in a country, in a place or in a country where there is a industrial development or there is a geographic favorable kind of condition where industrial development can take place, so there the supply chain will develop. That means the manufacturer, the producer or the companies which are manufacturing some product or service, for example a motorcycle or car, mobile phones, computer, internet, technology, all these will develop accordingly. So under external factor, geographic location impacts very much, and that is why the companies as a manager, as a customer, as a service provider, we have to understand that the geographic location plays very, very important factor, as a very important factor, right. Under economic environment, we will understand that the economic environment consists of mostly 3 or 4 kind of policy or programs of the government, because government in a mixed economy controls, tries to undersee how the economic development of a particular region can take place. So a government tries to develop the country, the economy through 4 major means. These are not the complete one, but these are at macro level. For example, industrial policy. So how the industries can be developed in a particular location. For example, in our state, in Chhattisgarh, or in India, Bhilai steel plant, Durgapur steel plant, Burnpur steel plant, there are various steel plants which has been established in 1950s after we got independence. So the objective was there that the particular location of the particular state or particular territory would get developed with the development of the industrial belt. So that is the one area. Next one is that fiscal and monetary policy. So fiscal policy, it means the government actions with respect to the aggregate level of revenue and spending, how government is getting revenue, how the government will get revenue, what will be the various kinds of sources of revenue to the government, what will be the tax rate on various commodities. Now we have goods and services tax, GST. So under that there are 4-5 categories, 0%, 5%, 12%, 18%, for example, we are understanding that thing. So on what on a particular product what will be the rate of tax, that is again through fiscal policy. Now, monetary policy again is very important, through which government regulates or tries to control the money supply in the economy. Money supply means when we have excess money, people will demand a lot of products and services, so that will lead to the inflation. So, there should not be too much liquidity or supply of money in the economy, that is again to be controlled by the Reserve Bank of India or the central bank of the particular country. So, that is very very important under monetary policy. Further, monetary policy is also required for improving the balance of payment, maintaining the certain level of employment, because unemployment is the major problem of all developing countries. So, the kind of policies, the kind of programs encouraging the business environment, the businesses at large, impacts the overall functioning of the organization. Next one is your export and import policy. So, the government of India or any country, for example China, for example US, they used to encourage a lot of exports. India is developing country. So, what the economic environment, that means the environment which impacts the business for exports of goods and services as well as imports. So, that again impacts the business. Next one is foreign direct investment or foreign investment policy. So, under foreign investment policy there are two kinds of categories. Number one, foreign direct investment and foreign portfolio investment. We will discuss all these things in detail, but here the objective is to understand how economic environment impacts the overall functioning of the organization. Now, all these four factors, four kind of policies that we have discussed, that is industrial policy, fiscal monetary policy, export import policy, foreign investment, all these impacts the functioning of the organization. So, as a manager we should be able to understand how government is drafting the policy and how a business can develop. What are the various incentives available to the business, businesses. So, again that is very very important. So, this industrial policy, this fiscal and monetary policy, export import, foreign direct investment, overall at macro level these impacts the business at a large, because that ultimately guides the organizations to develop their products and services accordingly, right. So, this is very very important area. So, dear learners, we have learned about the business environment, that what are the various kinds of business environment or factors that impact the overall business. So, in this session we have learned about this business environment or the factors affecting the business environment. In the next session we will talk about through case studies that what, how and when a business gets affected through all these factors. Thank you very much. Thank you.